AIM Newsweek. I'm your hostess, Agent Ivory. Time for your 5-minute insurance roundup on news you need to stay informed on what's happening in the insurance industry, which affects the products and services you use each day. This week on AIM Newsweek, we will discuss how the insurance industry stands with the Black Lives Matter movement. In late May, national outrage erupted over the death of George Floyd, who died after being detained by Minneapolis police. The video image of ex-police officer Derek Chauvin with his knee on Floyd's neck as Floyd pleaded for his life became the latest catalyst for social uprising in America and sparked a global movement towards change. The insurance industry has been criticized in the past due to its lack of diversity and the racial bias that follows it. But now, as protests sweep the nation, insurance companies are joining in this Black Lives Matter movement towards racial equality. The insurance industry has a very complicated history with the black community. Slavery rests at the foundation of American capitalism and is often synonymous with the sugar, tobacco, and/or cotton plantations that fuel the Southern economy. Several insurance companies benefited from slavery, including New York Life and AIG. New York Life found that its predecessor, Nautilus Insurance Company, sold slaveholders policies during the mid-1800s. Policies were sold for $375 up to $600 on the life of each slave. A 1906 history of New York Life says 339 of the company's first 1,000 policies were written on the lives of slaves. AIG also has insured the lives of slaves. Later, once African Americans were freed from slavery, insurance firms would deny coverage to African Americans requesting policies. They felt the lives of free blacks were somehow more difficult to assess than when they were slaves. During the Jim Crow era, insurance companies would charge African Americans higher rates for life insurance than their white counterparts. Black men and women have just not been able to receive a fair experience when it comes to life insurance policies. Insurance companies are finally providing public statements and showing their support to stop racial injustice in America. On Farmer's website, they stated, "We agree that Black Lives Matter and express our support to all those who are peacefully advocating for racial justice." Insurance companies are acknowledging how their companies have played a role in racism and are making strides to right the wrongs. Mutual of Omaha has announced that they will remove the Native American imagery from their logo. Lloyd's of London has apologized over founder slavery ties. They have pledged to pay compensation in the form of donations to charities and organizations to Black, Asian, and minority ethnic communities for their role in the slave trade. Not only are insurance companies making amends to their clients, but also to their employees. Insurance companies are now having open and candid discussions about race and the lack of diversity that exists in the insurance industry. Recruiting minority talent must be a priority to the industry, and once they are recruited, more must be done internally and culturally to ensure these leaders have the proper resources they need to grow within the company. Although the death of George Floyd was tragic and very sorrowful, his pain has sparked a wave of hope of obtaining racial equality throughout the world. Thanks for joining us for this week's 5-minute insurance roundup. Tune in every Monday at 9 a.m. CST for AIM Newsweek. Stay healthy and blessed.